Hello everyone, today I thought I would show you how the Summer Merlin's actually a very good casual PvE farming character. What I mean by that is just she's very good at doing all the mundane tasks of getting your demons and, farming gold and doing all those sort of dungeon sort of things. And to test that, I'm going to use a super crappy team. Well, not a super crappy team, but what I mean by a crappy team is he's the only person who buffs the entire team. She is selfish. She doesn't do anything. She's in the back. She doesn't actually have a back passive, and she only works in PvP. And she only buffs herself. So the only person who's actually helping here is Arthur. And we're going to do all of these on the hardest difficulty once to show you that she's actually a very good unit for this sort of thing. Obviously, I'm going to do it on auto. I'm not going to, auto is probably the fairest thing you can do. Obviously, I do pull the Arthur card, because why not? Why wouldn't I? But yeah, she's actually a very decent unit in my opinion, and I think she will get what I call the Deanne treatment. Arthur also hits decently hard as well. What I mean by the Deanne treatment is we're going to get a character that's going to make her completely broken. Or she's going to get a relic that's going to make her completely broken. Either or, she's going to do very well. She is attack rate down, by the way. But yeah, I would say soon we are getting, maybe next week or the week after, we might be getting the Halloween outfits. And I can, with 100% certainty, say that she will get a Halloween outfit. Because when did, so Margaret got one last year, and Margaret came out... Actually, I reckon we'll get an Estarossa one and a Merlin one. We'll probably get an Estarossa and a Merlin one. They are 90 diamonds for the whole set, and you do have to wait the 2 weeks after they release to buy them with diamonds. So if you do want to get an Estarossa outfit, if it is an Estarossa one, and a Merlin's outfit for the Halloween one, they have like the custom cut-ins and stuff like that, like what Margaret has and what Fescotha has. So if you do want them, I do highly recommend saving 90 or 180 diamonds if you want that. Obviously, if you have the character. If you don't have the characters, you can't get them, unfortunately. Also, Summer Merlin, which I recently done a video on, has a Christmas outfit. So I think, I'm not sure how much that'll cost this year. Probably 90 again. I think it was a UR, like full set. Which means that'll be pretty expensive. But overall, I think this Merlin isn't too bad. I do think you can't compare to the other festivals, that's because the other festivals we've recently got on have been stupidly broken. But I would say, if she was a different attribute, she may have been a hell of a lot stronger. If she was red, maybe. If she was a strength attribute, maybe she would have been... No, but then she'd been weak to Estarossa. The thing is, it's sort of the thing. If she was blue, she would be in middle ground, but then if someone was then running Ekid on her, then she'd get wrecked. It's a very sort of... They couldn't give her a... They had to give her a certain, obviously, attribute. They'd give one of the three. They definitely wouldn't give her Dark or Light, but I think she could have... Yeah, there was stuck for attributes, to be fair. There's a strong version of every attribute going around at the moment. There's one DPS of every attribute going on. That was actually pretty quick. She's actually pretty good. I'll also show you one run of Gold Dungeon as well. Of the hardest difficulty. But yeah, I think that it was very unfortunate that at the time, the resurgence of Barn, Festo Estarossa still being somewhat meta, and Ekidona recently being released, it's honestly made Merlin very... You can't run her. Obviously you can run her with Ekidona, and you have a mono green team with Fescotha and then Fescel and back. But I still think then it's not probably the best thing to do, where every other game you're either versing a Barn team or a Reinhardt team. What I mean a Barn team and a Reinhardt team, some teams have Barn in it and Reinhardt, I still call them a Barn team, and some teams are very Reinhardt specific, like he is main DPS. Oh, crit from Lilia, that's the thing you never see. She has like 50% crit chance. She's actually, I say she's pretty good still. I don't like the aspect, I think if they were to do anything, or if they were to make her... I think they were scared of making her too broken. With the fact that if they made her debuffs grey, and the only thing that wasn't grey would have been the final debuff, I think that would have made her a little bit too broken. That's probably the reason they didn't do it, or they're waiting for a character that will do that. I don't know, a character with a passive that would do that, or a relic, or her relic would make them grey. If they had like, so it made that effect grey, so they couldn't remove it, I think that could be pretty game changing. Because the fact that Margaret can completely like counter her is a little bit saddening, but it is what it is. I kind of wish it could be used for PvE, like proper PvE content, like bird, dog, and deer. Because when I was watching the JP stream when they announced her, I think it was Dodra-chan said that they need more PvE. I think he said something along the lines of PvP and PvE units. That they're very specific now. Like certain characters, we don't get characters like Trey Melly anymore, who's like a phenomenal PvP and PvE unit, or the One. We're constantly getting characters that are either very PvE related or very PvP related, and you have to pick whether you want to play PvP or you want to play PvE. Which is then making it so free-to-play players have to choose, do I really care about PvP? Which most people don't. If I ask my friends, do you play PvP? They say no, they just start a game and forfeit it. Because it's not worth playing. You know, will you get an extra few diamonds a week? The only reason I play it is because, well, I just enjoy it. But I recently started to enjoy Brawl as well, which is kind of scary. But I think, yeah. I forgot what I was going to say now. God damn it. Brain not working. Oh, well, actually, I wonder when they're going to bring Red Rinhill back. Oh, actually, I wonder what next. Will the next battle be Halloween? So if I look at. Let's go to the next one. Again, 2 in a row, god damn. Yeah, Merlin's very good at this farming stuff. Obviously, if you are pulling for her, it depends on your box. I'd say it's a very person-to-person like scenario whether you should pull or not. If you're a new player and you don't have like Festian, Festgotha, Lolly Merlin's not really a big issue. Summer Merlin, Miguel's I think's on there, Jormungandr's on there, Freya's on there, Scardy's on there. Like bloody hell, there's so many good characters on that banner that it's worth it. It's physically worth you doing. Or if you're a new player and you can't do any of the endgame content meaning deer and bird. Dogs is like, it's doable, but you need a very specific team. So I'm going to say for deer and bird, sorry. If you can't do those two things, it's worth the summon. Even if you get like 20 copies of like OG Fest Merlin, you can just trade them in for copies of Diane or King or Fest King. If you don't have Fest King and you get enough coins for, if you pull Fest Merlin, the OG Fest Merlin and Fest Gotha, and you have 3 spare coins of them, it's 100% worth you trading it in for a copy of Fest King. If you get copies of Fest Diane, put it in her. Her ultimate at 6/6 is a complete different story to 1/6. I have a 3. I was lucky enough to pull it twice, and I'm 1 copy of getting another Fest coin, and that Fest coin is going to go into Fest Diane. Because I'm missing 2 copies of Fest King, but Fest King's in quite a lot of festival banners, so I'm not too fussed about that. But Fest Diane is a completely different story. Because of her passive, meaning that she can take up to 500k, and then because of her passive, she can then output 200k minimum. 200k or 100k? 100k minimum, sorry. She's like stupid broken, especially in PvP, and you've hit her a million times. She's got Red Tamio Link. If she's got the Quell effect, which is how many stances she's gone, depending on how much damage she'll do. At 6/6, it's 50% per stance, plus she heals X amount to the team. Let's just say 40% to the team for now. I don't actually know what the number is for 6/6, but her ultimate hits super hard. Like mine with no taunt, with no stance up, hits for 600k when she's been hit a little bit. That is in geared. Ungeared's a different story. I think an ungeared should be much stronger, only for the fact that her passive stays the same and everyone's health is lower. I remember when people said Fest Jam was horrible, and then like Red Tarmiel dropped, everyone complained. I didn't have Festian, Festian was bad, people said don't summon on Festian. I said the opposite, I said summon, it was worth it. Oh god, golden Merlin card. But it ain't gonna use it. God damn it, it might use it now. Obviously, there are better characters. You could, in theory, find a better character for that. But obviously, she's not being. She's only being buffed by Arthur, so it's not like it's anything stupid. And now I'll show you the one round of Gold Dungeon. Oh my god, this never happens. I want to let you know, normally it takes me like 5 attempts to get one demon. And 3 of them I've got it in 1 attempt. That's actually insane. And now we go to Gold Dungeon. I need to get an extra stamina pot. I'll use this. Oh, wrong thing. Up here, here, and I'm going to use her. Oh, this time I'm actually going to use her on a decent team. Which is my speed team. This team, everyone's got their set on. Yep. We'll do this. So on this team, turn 1, they will use both Merlin cards, and the reason it will do this is because this grey buff doesn't actually count as a debuff to the AI. Only the red ones count as actual debuffs to the AI. So you'll see, there you go, it uses them. It doesn't actually matter what effect you get on the enemies. Obviously this team is heavily built to make her do damage like that. Obviously the team I was running was my affection team, but if you want to, you could run her like this on that, and it should still be insane. It's going to debuff again, then it's going to waste the 2 good cards. Yep. This might actually kill, because it's Ekidon. Obviously, having Ekidon on a team and Merlin also buffs Ekidon stats by 10% as well, and Merlin stats by 10%, which is actually super good, because it means those 2 do more damage, and those 2 are your main DPSs. King gets a little bit outdated here. Ekidona will just instantly wipe, because it's Ekidona. Yep. Casual 2 million. A 3-6, by the way. 3-6. And that wasn't even max buffs either. Yeah, as you can see, this team is like a super quick farming team. I highly recommend using this team now. Obviously, when Ekidona came, you replace someone else, and now you replace Shin with this new Merlin, because she's just a little bit of an upgrade, and you can either run Death Pierce, or you could probably run either Fess Zeldris, Death Pierce, or this Barn. They're probably the 3 best people to run in the back for this team. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. As you can see, Merlin's still a very good casual PvE unit. As you can see, she is built with attack crit dam. She has 1/6. She doesn't have any, no weapons. I don't have any other weapons or anything. Her rolls are pretty bad. 13%, 12.6. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.